You might believe you're not poor because you earn little, but what if I told you that poverty isn't about how much you earn, but rather what you do when the money arrives? Most people never realize, but there are invisible habits that drain your money without you noticing. And the worst part, you probably have some of them. You can earn $10,000 a month and still be poor. You can drive an expensive car, live well, and still live on appearances. Because wealth has nothing to do with what others see. It has to do with what's left when nobody's watching. And these 10 habits are the reason why millions of people work their entire lives without ever achieving true freedom. Before I show you the first habit, you need to understand one thing. Nobody becomes poor overnight. Poverty is built brick by brick, choice by choice, habit by habit. And as long as you think the problem is the government, the boss, or bad luck, you remain trapped. But if you understand where you're going wrong, you start breaking the cycle. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you the most dangerous habit of all, the one that seems like intelligence, but is what most prevents you from getting rich. Habit 1. Living to look good. The first habit that keeps you poor is living trying to look rich. With every purchase, you're not buying a product. You're buying an image, the one you want others to see. Clothes, phones, restaurants, none of that is the problem. The motive is, you don't spend because you need to. You spend because you want to prove you have it. And whoever lives trying to prove something ends up owing themselves. Because while you invest in appearances, someone else is investing in freedom. Habit 2. Confusing desire with necessity. The second habit is more subtle. You convince yourself you deserve it. After a tiring day, you think, I work so hard, I can give myself this treat. And that's how a simple treat becomes a silent cycle of self-sabotage. It's not the expensive coffee or the food delivery. It's the habit of justifying everything. Each just this once steals a little from your tomorrow. And when you realize it, it's not the salary that ran out, it's your awareness. Habit 3. Not knowing where your money goes. This is the most common one and the most destructive. You ask yourself, where did the money go? But you never write it down, never track it, never observe it. You want financial freedom, but you're afraid to look at your own account. And here's the paradox. As long as you don't face what you have, you'll never have more. Because money runs away from those who ignore it. Writing down every expense isn't control, it's awareness. And those who have awareness start to see money for what it really is, a tool, not a ghost. Habit 4. Living without a clear goal. Those who don't know what they want accept anything. And this is one of the most expensive habits that exists. Because when you don't define what you're pursuing, you spend trying to fill the void with consumption. Without purpose, money slips through your fingers. Without direction, any path seems right. And in the end, what remains is the same emptiness, only more expensive. Financial freedom doesn't start with money. It starts with intention. Habit 5. Letting fear decide. Many people don't lose money through mistakes. They lose it through fear. Fear of investing, fear of taking risks, fear of looking stupid if it goes wrong. And it's exactly this fear that keeps you stuck, watching those who had courage pass you by. Risk exists, but stagnation charges even higher interest. Those who run from risk end up living the risk of never moving forward. Habit 6. Spending before earning. This is the modern cycle of poverty. You spend what you don't even have yet. Credit cards, installments, financing, all disguised as convenience. But in the end, it's just a prison with interest. You convince yourself you're getting ahead in life, but actually, you're just getting ahead in debt. The money you haven't earned yet isn't yours. And when you treat it as if it were, it charges the price with time, peace, and freedom. Habit 7. Being too lazy to learn money doesn't disappear. It changes hands, and usually it goes to the hands of those who understand the rules. While you think I'm not good with numbers, someone is studying, applying, and profiting. Ignorance is expensive, but the pride of remaining ignorant costs everything. It's not about being a genius. It's about being curious. Those who seek to understand the game start playing better. Habit 8. Waiting for the right moment. When I have more money, I'll start. When there's extra, I'll invest. But that when never comes. The perfect time doesn't exist. And those who wait for the right moment lose their entire life. The truth is simple. You don't start when you have enough. You start in order to have enough. Habit 9. Blaming others. While you blame someone, you give away the power to change. Blaming the government, the boss, the economy. It's easier than facing the mirror. But every time you point the finger, you take the strength from your own hand. Responsibility hurts, but it's the only path that truly sets you free. Habit 10. Thinking that thinking about money is wrong. This is the most disguised habit of all. Since childhood, you were taught that money isn't everything, that those who think about money are greedy. But money doesn't change who you are. It only amplifies. If you're generous, you'll help more. If you're creative, you'll build more. If you're wise, you'll transform more. The problem was never the money, it was the fear of dealing with it. At the end of the day, staying poor isn't about the lack of money, it's about the lack of awareness. Poverty begins in the mind and only ends when you decide to think differently, because those who change the way they think change the way they live. And when that happens, money is no longer the goal, it's just the consequence.